January 1st, 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Brand new year, and I am really, truly looking forward to it. I actually finished up the year 2019 and on a positive note, which is a good thing. But what a day to start talking about quitting, the first day of the year. Because you know what? God doesn't quit. All right? It's impossible for God to quit. And when God sees someone who doesn't quit, he says, you know what? That's a person I can use. In Philippians 1, verse 6, the Apostle Paul, he wrote about being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. See, there's several important points in this verse, and the most crucial is the fact that God doesn't quit. Therefore, we can have confidence that he will complete the good work that he's begun in us. He'll see us through every step until we reach our ultimate destination. You hear what I'm saying? God's going to see us through. God, the creator of the universe, the creator of everything, cares enough about you and me where he's going to see us through until we reach our ultimate destination. Many people quit. The majority of people quit, and that's where they stay, in the majority. The massive majority, they call it. Successful people want to be a part of the minority who would not quit. Do you want to be a part of the majority that quit, or the minority that doesn't quit? All right. See, before success, there's going to be opportunities to give up really soon. I got to tell you, it took a lot for me to get to where I am today. And a lot of times, to be perfectly honest, I quit. But when I finally decided that I was going to push through and I was going to take everything that was in the world and just push it aside and not listen to what others were saying and focus on my relationship with God and focus on my family and focus on what I truly wanted to achieve in my life, I feel successful. Luke 18 records a story that Jesus told about a persistent widow. It says, verse 1 says, Jesus told his disciples, all right, this parable to show them that they could always pray and not give up. And the psalmist David tells us, commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he shall bring it to pass. That's according to Psalm 37, verse 5. In Galatians 6:9, we're told, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we're going to reap a harvest if we do not give up. I'll say it again. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we're going to reap a harvest if we do not give up. What an incredible promise. One of the best examples of a person who didn't quit is Joseph. You see, he had many reasons to justify giving up. When he was trapped in the pit where his jealous brothers had thrown him, I'm sure he was saying to himself, this is not the way I dreamed my life would work out. How many of you have said that? This isn't the way I dreamed my life would work out. And when then he was thrown into prison for a crime he didn't commit, he had such an opportunity to become discouraged and quit. And again, he could have said, this is not right. I'm not supposed to be here. But although he didn't understand the steps that the Lord was leading him through, he remained faithful to God. You hear what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. In the midst of everything that's going on, remaining faithful to God. Despite the trials, he didn't quit. Eventually, the dream that God had given him became reality. Joseph was elevated from a prisoner to a prime minister in one day. I'll say it again. Elevated from a prisoner to a prime minister in one day. So here's the thing. When you reach the end of your rope, you got to keep your foot or your feet on the rock. The only way we can lose is if we quit. Quitting is a decision that we make that can keep us from reaching God's goals in our life. I'm going to say it again. Quitting is a decision that we make that can keep us from reaching God's goals in our life. It's not easy, but there is no greater life than following the word and the will of God. Most people will quit when they're on the verge of success, when fulfillment of their dreams or their whatever, it's at their fingertips. They say there's only 1 degree of difference between hot water and steam. Hear me? There's only 1 degree of difference between hot water and steam. Don't stop 1 degree from your destiny. Hang on, press on, and never give up. God bless you. Happy New Year. Let's make it a great, great January 1st, 2020. And then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and so on. Make it a great year, day by day. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to check out the Jesus Jams Radio Show website. You can check it out at www.jesus. And then the little line, they call it a hyphen. You know, the line that separates 2 words. So it's www.jesus-jams.com. Check it out today.